Late on October 23rd, 1989, Charles Stuart called 911 and reported that he and his wife Carol had been robbed and injured in Roxbury, Massachusetts. "My wife's been shot. I've been shot," he told the police. Charles Stuart later told police that a black gunman had forced his way into the couple's car and told him to drive to the Mission Hill neighborhood, where the man robbed and shot them both. Carol Stuart, 7 months pregnant, died of her injuries. Their son Christopher was delivered at the hospital but died days later. The case quickly sparked public outrage and nationwide media coverage as local law enforcement faced heavy pressure to solve the case. On October 25th, 1989, Boston police officers scoured predominantly black communities searching for anyone who fit the vague description provided by Charles Stuart, a white businessman. Black men and boys were publicly strip-searched, repeatedly interrogated, and terrorized, while city officials, lawmakers, and police used the case as a symbol of growing urban crime and vowed to crack down on gun-wielding criminals. Some even used alleged crime as a reason that Massachusetts should reinstate its death penalty. Within a week of the shooting, police had narrowed the list of suspects to a chosen few. William Bennett, an African-American man who had spent 13 years in prison, soon became a prime suspect. During a lineup, Stuart claimed that Bennett looked most like the shooter, and several witnesses testified against Bennett before a specially convened grand jury. The judicial system was poised to prosecute Bennett to the full extent of the law until January 1990, when Charles Stuart's brother, Matthew Stuart, came forward with evidence implicating Charles himself in the shooting. Matthew told police he and a friend met Stuart in the Mission Hill neighborhood on the night of the shootings and agreed to dispose of a gun, Carol's purse, and several other items. Matthew Stuart agreed, thinking it was just an insurance scam, and did not learn of the murder plot until press coverage later. The day after his brother's admission to the police, Charles Stuart committed suicide by jumping from the Tobin Bridge. In 1992, Matthew Stuart himself was sentenced to 5 years for obstruction of justice and insurance fraud. Although some city officials and lawmakers made apologies, the trauma remains. In 2014, William Bennett's niece recalled the trauma of watching police search her grandmother's house as an 8-year-old child and the fear and chaos that gripped the neighborhood during the intense police crackdown targeting black men and boys.